Hello. What do you do when you get visitors at home? What's your usual response? Well, here at Homegrown Veg we usually say hello, come on in, we'll put the kettle on. We'll have a chat. We might even have a walk around the garden, have a look at what's growing. That's what we usually do. But earlier this week we got some visitors. David and his wife turned up. We weren't expecting them, but we couldn't invite them indoors because of the coronavirus outbreak and the advice on social distancing and not getting too close to one another. So we couldn't invite them in for a cup of tea. But I'm fairly sure we will get past this, we'll get through this. And when we do, David, if you're watching this and your wife, you're welcome to call again. We'll definitely have a cup of tea. We'll have a look around the garden and we'll have a crack. But let me show you what David and his missus dropped off for me, which I thought was very nice of them. I didn't expect this. They dropped these buckets off for me. These ones. Now, if you're a follower of my channel, you'll know that I normally grow in these black plastic buckets. Okay. We grow potatoes in these buckets, and we grow carrots in these buckets. In fact, we grow lots of vegetables in these buckets. But I'm just using these two as an example because these are vegetables that would normally be growing below the soil level, aren't they? Vegetables like onions, leeks, beetroot, they're usually above the soil level. But these are below the soil level, aren't they? And you know that if a potato is exposed to light, it'll turn green. Now I'm going to cut you to a couple of shots now, a couple of screenshots that show me exposing the soil ball with potatoes in it from a 10-inch black water bucket, and the same for some carrots. Check this out and check how close to the side the potatoes and the carrots are growing, how close to the side of the soil ball they're growing. As you can see, the potato was right up close to the side of the water bucket. As you could see, the carrot was right up close to the side of the water bucket. Now that's not a problem. That's fine. That's okay in black water buckets. But what about those clear ones? Let's bring those into the shot and let me ask you something. I've had questions on previous videos about these clear water buckets, and I couldn't answer them because I didn't have any, but I've got some now and I'm going to use them. So let me put those two to one side. Okay, so this one I've already drilled some holes in. I've made it into a plant pot. Okay, now then, if that potato was growing in this, the potatoes were produced in this clear water bucket, and they were up against the side of the water bucket, they're going to be exposed to some light. Now, is this a clear water bucket? Is it a transparent water bucket? Is it a translucent water bucket? What is it? And is there enough light going through the side of that bucket to turn that potato green? And because if there is, then I might be losing potatoes growing in these clear water buckets. Let me do this with the carrot. Now carrots, I've seen them go green on the top because they normally stand proud of the soil, the top does. So I've seen that. But I've never seen any green on the length of a carrot, because that's usually under the soil. But look at this. So am I going to get some green carrots, or at least the ones that grow close to the side of this bucket? Are they going to be green? Are these buckets clear, translucent, or transparent? What are they? Now, in advance of that being a problem, what I've actually done is, this is an old black bucket. It's had the top cut off because the top broke. How's that? Can't see the carrot now. Can't see the potato now. So that would work. But I don't want to do this if I don't have to. And that's where you come in. If you've actually grown root vegetables in these clear water buckets, tell me if there are any issues. Have you had any issues? I mean, we're going to find out, because I'm going to use them this year. So in 4 months' time, perhaps we'll be harvesting potatoes and carrots from these, and we'll see if we've got any green ones in there. But hey, the sun's out. I'm going in for my dinner shortly. We need to lift the mood of the nation. Before I have dinner, we'll wash our hands. We'll remember our social distancing. We won't make any unnecessary journeys. We'll keep ourselves to ourselves. And if there's a journey you needn't make, that's a risk you needn't take, isn't it? We need to look after ourselves and look after one another. Do what governments are advising without the need of a law, without the need for them to be enforced. Just do it. It makes common sense. Coronavirus will come nowhere near you if you don't go anywhere near it. So it's business as usual here at Homegrown Veg. I'm going to cut the grass this afternoon. We've had 3 dry days, so I'm going to cut the lawn. I'm fairly sure I won't come into contact with anybody while I'm doing that, so that should be safe enough. We need to lift the mood of the nation, don't we? We need to get through this, and I'm sure if we take all the advice and be sensible, we will. Okay, now I'm going to leave you with some screenshots of things I've previously grown in black buckets, and this year I'm going to be growing some of those in those white buckets, and we'll see how that goes. So this is Homegrown Veg signing out.